So here we are. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions of the KVD Good Apple foundation. This is my first time trying it out. I'm going to be going out with my brother today, so I figured this would be a perfect day for a wear test on this. This has been out for quite some time now. I would say, you know, a couple months. I'd say maybe 3 or 4 months at this point. But back then when it went viral, it was completely sold out and I did not care to go on the search for it. So I waited until it was back in stock on the Ulta website and decided to pick it up then. So now that I have it, I will say I picked up the shade Tan 66. I looked at the shade before it and below it in the Ulta store and did come to the conclusion that the shade before this one was way too light and the shade after this one was way too dark. So as a result, I picked up 66. Let's see if it is a good match or not. And you know, I've been looking at reviews on this on YouTube and I've been seeing some really mixed reviews on this foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the primer of my choice at the moment, which is the Primed and Peachy Primer by Too Faced. I do not know if this is still available, but this is the one I've been using at the moment to fill in my pores and blur out any imperfections. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that as usual, because if I were to wear this foundation on a daily basis, I would be using this primer at the moment anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and go with it. So to keep this review uniform, I will be doing half my face with a brush, half my face with a sponge, per usual of foundation reviews on YouTube. We're gonna keep it the same and universal. And yeah, so let's give it a go. So I'm just gonna do a tiny bit of this because I want it to look as natural as possible today. I'm going out to the American Dream Mall today and I'm not in the mood to look all dolled up. I just want to look natural. So we're just going to go ahead and do the tiniest bit, little tiny dot, boop, boop. I don't know if there's any on there. We'll find out. Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more. Didn't pick up as much as I wanted to. This might even be too much, we'll see. My first impression of this is it is actually a good match. Yep. Because I cannot see it, which is good. That's definitely a good thing. And my beauty blender is clean and extremely damp. And in my opinion, it's looking really natural right now. You guys see this? I'm gonna keep going. So first off, extremely impressed with the shade match because I normally have a really hard time matching foundations in general. So I am happy that this is a really good match for me. It's super natural. I have a mirror right here, so you're gonna see me kind of move forward to see how it's blending. Okay, so this is one side with a sponge. And I'm very, very impressed with the finish with that sponge. So now we're gonna take it to the next level, and we're gonna use a brush. So I'm gonna use a brush on the other side. And I've already just dug my finger into the product. Cute. So I'm just gonna take some off my nail, because that was an accident. And I'm gonna go back in and just do a tiny little dip onto the brush. This is a dry brush, it's not damp or anything. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply on the other side. Way more coverage with that brush, as I can see. And go in with a little bit more. I'm just gonna get a handheld mirror just so I can see a little better what I'm doing. Okay, so I got my handheld mirror here. Oh yeah, I can really see what's going on. So one thing I am concerned about that I did see in another video is I'm concerned that this is gonna oxidize on me. And I am a lot lighter than I normally should be at this point in the summer. You know, coming from quarantining last year into the summer and still not going out as much this summer. I'm literally the lightest I've ever been, and I've probably been this light at one point in my life in middle school, which I can recall because I remember like being really sick in middle school one season and literally getting light from not going outside to play. And that was many years ago. But here is the foundation. One side with the sponge, one side with a brush. At the moment on my skin, I'm not seeing a difference. I did see you got more coverage up front, but then as I buffed it out, it is now about the same coverage as what's on the other side. So yeah, this is it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and we will see the final look. For this look, I am gonna try the new Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer to highlight under my eyes in the shade 415 Bisque. My original skin tone shade in this formula would be 435. So I went a couple shades up just to highlight. And this is a new product for me, so I've not tried this product either, and I figured this would be a perfect time to try both of them together in the same video. So by the time of me filming this video, this is a brand new product, and this has been out for a while, and I'm just getting my hands on it a few months later. So I'd say about 3 months later. So yeah, let's see how this looks with the KVD foundation. Nice. Ooh! Really nice big applicator. I am enjoying the shape and size of this applicator. It is unique. It does remind me of the Tarte Shape Tape applicator, but it has a little more of a point to it. So I do enjoy that, and it looks nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. It's supposed to be crease proof and lightweight and full coverage. So we're gonna do that here. We're gonna put some here and here. And here, and here. And I will say for the KVD foundation shade-wise, it is looking a little hair gray on my skin tone, which is very subtle. But I am noticing a gray hue to my skin tone with this foundation. But it's not really that noticeable. It's just, to me, I notice it. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a brush to blend out this foundation on this side, this concealer on this side. It's looking really nice. Really nice. And yeah, to keep this video short, I am gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera and then go in, take you guys with me to the American Dream Mall to see what's going on there, see if we can have any fun walking around, and then we will do some check-ins as well. Let me get my sponge and blend out this concealer on the other side. I will say that even though this isn't a Lancome concealer review, this is a beautiful formula. It's very light, so if you want a light feel and look to your concealer under your eyes, it's going on super natural. And that was just one application. I probably will have to go back in with this. It's not as full coverage as they claim it to be, but it's extremely buildable, for sure. And yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just apply a second amount of the concealer. Okay, go back in on this side, do a little blending. Yeah, so far I'm liking both the foundation and the concealer first impressions. And here's the finished look of foundation. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup and then I will check back in with you before I head out. Okay, so here's the finished look. I refrained from using a powder to set all over my face today. I tried to use a very minimal amount of powder products because after watching other reviews, I did see that there were people having a hard time with applying a powder over this foundation. So for this wear test, we're gonna do the whole day without a powder, without touching up. I used a cream blush and the only powder I used was a powder contour. So I used the powder contour to kind of bronze and contour. I did use a cream contour under the powder. However, I wasn't happy with the way that cream contour was looking, so I did have to go in with my usual powder contour just to get the effect I was going for. So far I am very happy with the finished look. It looks really nice, it looks flawless. The color is just a hair off from my undertone. It's very subtle, very, very hard to detect. So that's the only reason I point that out, because, you know, the undertone doesn't wow me, but then again, you know, I do have a hard time finding color matches. So it was a perfect color match for me, and the undertone is just slightly too gray. It's so subtle that a lot of people really are going to just see me and say, oh, you look good. You know, they're not going to say, oh, you look gray. But it's just something I noticed. Yeah, so I will link everything that I used in this look below if you are curious to what products I used, specifically because this is a KVD Foundation review. I'm going to just talk strictly about the foundation, and I do have a lot of Lancome on my face also, but we're just going to talk about the KVD Foundation today. Okay, so I'm gonna get ready to go to the American Dream Mall. This is probably my third, maybe fourth time at the mall there. It's a huge mall in New Jersey if you're not familiar, and I look forward to seeing how it holds up throughout the night. So it is now, let's see what time it is. It is now 3:48 p.m. And yeah, I'm gonna keep this on for the rest of the day and check in with you guys as per usual. So, all right, talk to you guys soon. All right, guys, so I'm about to head to the mall now. I just wanted to show you what the foundation looks like in natural lighting. Actually doesn't look too bad, to be completely honest. I've seen worse reviews about this foundation, and in general my experience is overall, you know, not too bad right now. It's been about 2 hours since I've put the foundation on, so I would say the wear is okay at the 2-hour mark. So yeah, I'm gonna get driving to the American Dream Mall, and we're just gonna do a tiny bit of vlogging and see how this foundation holds up. So to be continued. Bye guys.
Show me the car when you turn me on, the way you tell me you want me down. Done it, I done this before you fall. I won't catch you, don't know I'm stalling, cause you love to have them all crying. Calling me sweet, telling me you need me, but I'm from a city that's high school. I give them this anymore, I go. Cause you a bad money, she don't love money. She break hearts real fast like conman. Wanna swim down to the deep end, wanna know all my secrets, honestly. Can you keep it real? Cause honestly, I can tell that you're real fond of me. Baby, don't be shy, I can see it in your eyes. I've been running around, too bad, I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Too bad, I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind. I know you stand it how you taking all my time. Left, right, can you take it all night? Take it, baby, I ain't scared to take it. Oh, and maybe when I take it, oh, I feel it coming down too strong. Cause I want ya, and it's hard to resist, cause I need ya. And it's hard, baby, yeah, cause I believe ya. Hold me tight, holding on tonight. Golden copper, let me get to you clean and proper. Way I move, you know we can love her. You gon' have me on your mind forever, ever. Thanks, baby, turn it down like a sweet and ready. Go slow, keep it nice and steady. Know that you've been keeping patience. Too bad, I've been sticking on your mind. I know you like it how I rock it from behind.
So I just got out the American Dream Mall, and I've had this foundation on for about 5 hours now. Definitely seen a little bit of wear. It was a nice finish, I must say, but as far as the wear goes, it is starting to melt off. I'm sweating. It's a little hot out here, a little hot outside, and I am starting to see signs of wear after the 5-hour mark. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to my apartment and do a final check-in for you guys. Okay, so I'm back from the American Dream Mall. Me and my brother, we had a ton of fun there. We did some shopping, looked at all the new stores that they've added to that mall, and it was a lot of fun. Ran into some friends, so that was pleasant as well. Childhood friends. And yeah, so I also figured I'd show you what I bought from the mall. Did not buy that much, so we might as well show you before I get into what I think of this KVD foundation. So I went to Sephora and I picked up the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops. I've been using samples of this, and I love using this when I'm not wearing any makeup, just to give myself some extra color and skincare. So this is a vitamin D serum / liquid bronzer. I put this all over my face when I'm not wearing any makeup whatsoever, and it just gives me an extra wash of glow. So happy to finally buy a full size of it. I've never actually seen what the bottle looks like itself, so I just want to open this up just to see. Oh yeah, and it's a nice rectangle, blah. It's a nice rectangular bottle. And I believe, okay, so, oh, and it's a squeezy tube. So yeah, I'm glad to finally get a full size of this. And I will be using this throughout the summer. I also went to the Amazon store, and you know, we honestly weren't gonna buy anything when we went to the mall. We just kind of wanted to look around and see what was there. But when I saw this at the Amazon store, I could not pass it up. So from there, I bought a Pusheen neck pillow. So I love Pusheen, the cat. It reminds me of Kitty, my cat Kitty that passed away this year. And not only that, but it's a neck pillow. So I was in the market for another neck pillow, and what better than to have a Pusheen cat neck pillow? So this screams me. I'm so happy I found this. And yeah, so those were my two purchases from American Dream Mall. Did not do too much damage this visit. I figured I'd share those while I was at it. So here is the final check-in for this KVD Foundation. I put it on, I want to say, I think it was about 3:30 if I'm not mistaken. I forget, but so it's about the 5.5 hour mark for this foundation. I will say it did not hold up very well, as you can see. I am shiny. It is starting to wear down. And so I would not consider this a long wear foundation. I'm finding a lot of people also had trouble with it if they had a lot of texture in their skin. I typically tend to have a lot of texture in my skin, but I've been doing a ton of exfoliating recently, and that has really minimized the texture. So I really don't have too many complaints about that part of the wear of this foundation, but I am very, very shiny. So if I were to wear this foundation, I would more than likely wear this in the winter time when I'm going somewhere really quick and I know that I'm not going to be needing to have it on all day long. I actually was really pleasantly surprised by the finish when I first applied it. When I finished my makeup and looked in the bathroom mirror, I was taken aback because it looked really, really nice in the mirror in the bathroom. And then, you know, by the 4-hour mark, I knew the foundation was done. Definitely would have to touch it throughout the day with this foundation if you do get shiny whatsoever. So yeah, wear is definitely average on this foundation. I'm gonna really give this a rating of average. I've watched a lot of videos on it and everyone has said the same thing. It is just that. It is an average foundation, pretty finish, nice for videos, you know, if you're gonna be doing a quick video, like a TikTok video or something of that nature, like a quick couple seconds. Nice for that, but otherwise it's just, you know, I will be wearing it again, you know, when I want a quick fix. It's easy to apply, so I like the ease, but I will not wear it if I need to have something long wear on. And the finish, actually, I mean, it doesn't wow me, but it looked nice at first, and now as you can see, it is just tired. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That completes my KVD Apple Foundation review. And if you want to see more foundation reviews, I have plenty of foundations to review. So like this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, comment below what you want to see. And yeah, till next time. Bye guys. Why can't you go around? probably not that crazy.
Okay, so here we are.